Hey guys, this is TormentedShady. I'm going to be making more videos on AVA Blinks for now on. I ran out of people to 1v1 on hardcore free roam. Not that there's no more people, but there's not that many people who want to 1v1 me. Well, there really isn't people that want to 1v1 me anymore because I think I've beaten everybody on there so far that I wanted to. So I'm going to be making commentaries of why I think people are legends or why I think clans are legends, reasonings, top clans, top players, everything like that. So to start it off, I wanted to make a video about Skrlliex, aka Koarpse, reasoning behind me putting him on my legends list. It's on my channel, AVA Blinks, so just check that out if you can. Anyways, the reasoning behind why I put him in the top players and top legends is because he basically helped me start off, and he helped almost every person in every clan start off, and he was also in the clans that have major hardcore free roam credibility behind their whole, formation. So the reason why I put him on my top list was because he back then pretty much he used to be a top zebra donkey horseback player back in 2012, in the beginning of 2012 in the summer, I think. But he was like the only person who could use a zebra donkey. There was no getting gashed. There was no hardcore pond. There was no 7 summer. There was nobody else that used a zebra donkey. Everyone would use a horseback or just stay on ground. So that stood out to me. Another thing is that when I started playing the game, first off, when it first came out, I went to hardcore and I just started using any gun that was there, and I eventually ran into Koarpse. Koarpse, he was using a bolt and a Lee mat. So he just, I kept on killing him with a buffalo, and I guess he got mad. So he told me to use the guns that I use now, which is the bolt and Lee mat. So I wanted to top him in his own guns. So he challenged me to a 1v1, but that was the first 1v1. It was outside posse. It was when I had my Dazzle capture card. I'm pretty sure it was Buffaloes though. I'm not sure though. You could check it out. Anyways, I eventually beat him, and I went on to go use the guns that he gave me or told me to use in my future 1v1s or my future gameplay. So I just started using the guns that he told me to. And another thing was, he kind of made me go on horseback. You know, back then no one used horseback, everyone was on ground. So I just started using horseback when he started using it. He made it look like it was usable, instead of just staying on ground using the horse just to ride up to somebody and just killing them like that. There was no point to it. So I started using horseback like that, and motivation. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is because he was in top clans on hardcore free roam. I mean, one of them being Core, that stood out, which is a legendary clan by itself. It was run by Vexus, another player that I'm going to be making a video about. Anyways, he was basically like the co-leader of it. He was like the closest one to Vexus in that clan. He trained almost nearly everybody on hardcore free roam. If you haven't got any tips from Skrlliex, then I would say you're very rare, because there have been a lot of players who started using what Core has taught them. I mean, not Core, yeah, Koarpse has taught them, and Core, well, it doesn't matter. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is he started off Devil's Pride, which was one of the first clans on hardcore free roam. And he has helped a whole bunch of clans, KSB, with the Horde, Future Pile, and Cobain the Kids clan. I forgot what it was called. He has helped Tormented, and he has helped a whole bunch of clans. He started his own clan, Onesius, and it's going pretty well so far. But another thing that has stood out is that he is one of the most competitive players probably on hardcore, next to me, I think, because I look for the 1v1s. He doesn't really. He just, like, if you have to go to him, he's like to me he's a top player. If you want to be considered above average or a top player by itself, you would have to defeat Skrlliex in his Great Plains Bolt Lee mat. That's just me. So for all you players out there who want to be a top player. Just in my opinion, you would have to defeat Skrillex. Another thing is that he has helped me. He has given me tips, not like 1v1 tips, but like or gameplay tips, but like more of let's see, like tips as in Great Plains, like Great Plains. I was gonna start 1v1ing in gang matches. Actually, if you check my first video on Dazzle, I 1v1 Monkey Toes in game matches. But Skrillex told me that it should be in Great Plains, so this is why I use Great Plains now. If it wasn't for Skrillex, I would probably be doing it in game matches and probably wouldn't even play hardcore as much as I do now. I would be playing game matches until it died out back in like 2012. Those are my reasons of why I put him on my Legends list. Another reason, my final reason, which is probably not a big, big reason, but I was just not judging him or anything, but another reason why people know him a lot is because of his AVA, his Paradise PMS thing, so I think a lot of people know him not for his skill, but rather his Paradise, that situation. I'm not judging him or anything like that. He's a good player by himself, but a lot of people know him or remember him for the Paradise PMS because its weight is on my Legends list, and it's not even because of his skill. It's because of the way people remember him. They remember him as a player who ran TMA and as a player who was basically made fun of his whole entire time playing. But Koarpse was kind of different. He gets made fun of, but he's one of the top players, and to be considered a top player, you would have to defeat him. He has a whole background that can be considered legendary, and that is some of the reasons why I consider him a legend. So shout out to Skrillex for staying around for I don't know how many years since Red Dead has came out, but it's being original and being one of the top players. Thank you for watching. Come back for more.